Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be finally answering all your questions that you sent me on social media. Thank you for all the questions. Quite a few questions to go through, so let's begin. The first question is, where do you see the future of gaming in 10 years time? Good question. Honestly, I think we're there now with cloud gaming being it. I got a feeling eventually we're going to get to the point where we're not going to have consoles. It wouldn't surprise me if we get to the point where the Xbox and PlayStation apps are on your TV and you use that to buy games, where you'll have TVs that have SSDs built inside and are capable of playing games without having to have access to the internet. Well, there'll obviously still be cloud gaming, but I could see that eventually being the next phase of like gaming, probably from PlayStation more likely than Xbox, but we shall see. Right, on to the next question. Next question is, first gaming console you ever brought? The first gaming console I ever brought physically was the PS3 with Fallout New Vegas from a lone shop that we all miss dearly here in the UK called Game Station. I still remember how much I paid for it. I don't think I'll disclose the price, but yeah, I remember buying it, going home, put it on, and then obviously loading up Fallout New Vegas and seeing that glitch with the man with his head going all over the place. Because back then I loaded up updating it. So yeah, that's the first console I ever brought. On to the next question. And the next question is, all-time favourite game? That's a good question. Very, very, very good question. It's going to have to be Final Fantasy VII on PlayStation 1. Just like, if you watched my video of how I got into the game and like the story behind it, you'll know why. Like, I just got hooked on the game, played through it many times, and it was just addictive. So yeah, I would say it's closely followed by Metal Gear Solid as well. Like Metal Gear Solid on PS1, another all-time classic that just has so much. I'll probably say not as much replayability, but I guess in a way it also depends on like if you want to play on like easy, normal, hard, extreme difficulty and all that. That is your like replay. But yeah, I would say Final Fantasy VII with a soft spot for Metal Gear Solid. So yeah, okay, we're on to the next question. Next question. What's been your favourite game for this year? That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to probably say 007 First Light. Like, just streaming it and having some fun with it, like having some humour over it. I know that it's pretty much like the beginning of his like story of how he became it, so it's good to have like a laugh saying like he doesn't say the line for vodka martini shaken not stirred, and they took him to like chapter 6 of the story to say his name is James Bond, and then just having some like other fun, like especially with John Greenway, where he kept calling me, you're late, and I was like, no, my name's James Bond, not you're late. So that's how that happened. If you know, you know, in like the story. So yeah, I think it has to be 007 First Light. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So we're going on to the next question. Next question, which is really interesting. do you see Sony reverting its no more disc decision? Well, we gather that is not happening now because there's important notification stuff on their boxes now with the console saying that they're discontinuing discs, and then they come out and say they're not doing discs. I still think it's a dumb decision. I could probably see this as an advantage of Xbox. It's like they were probably gonna like do a no disc, so I could probably see them doing what they said they were going to do with the Series S console by releasing a external disc drive. So yeah, but I don't see Sony changing their idea, sadly. Whether it will drive people away from the console, it remains to be seen. So yeah, only time will tell. But dumb decision. I guess it all started with GTA 6, really, when Rockstar said they weren't going to do a disc, and it caused a domino effect. But we can probably tell it's probably a PlayStation thing. So yeah, okay, on to the next question. Next question: is it true that this current gen will be your last? Yes, it will be true. I think obviously, like the way the world's gone at the moment, things are going up and up instead of down and down. When it comes to like this current generation of console, we should be like at a time where the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S should be around about £200 to £300, not triple that. But yeah, I can definitely see the next generation of consoles being close to £1,000, probably around about 900, 950. That's gonna be a put off for some people, and obviously it's their hobby as well. They enjoy gaming, and now it's getting expensive, so it's a shame, really. But this will probably be my last generation now. Not to mention, like, it's not going to give it away, but like my age and everything. Like, age is kicking in. Obviously, consoles are every like 7 years as well. So I don't want to be like gaming for like forever. Maybe one day we'll get to the chance where the next generation will be cheaper in the years to come, not more expensive. Then maybe that's when I might jump in and get a new console, but it'll only be one, so I'll probably lean more to the PlayStation than the Xbox, but we shall see in that time. So yeah, okay, going on to the next question. Your greatest gaming achievement? Well, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I gotta say, because I would say Final Fantasy VII with Ruby Weapon, like beating that after like I think it was like a 20-minute battle, like finally beating that. That was just like great achievement, because I nearly broke my PS2 at the time then, because obviously you get the excitement, you pull the controller wire, you almost knock off your PlayStation too, and you're like, no, but lucky I didn't. So that's one of them. Obviously, completing Final Fantasy VII, that's another one. That's just the best, because it took me a while to get past Sephiroth to get to normal Sephiroth. But I'd probably also say, as a honourable mention, finishing Final Fantasy VIII in 2025. That game took me forever to complete, and I have to admit as well, like, I think I already made it before, but I even tried to complete it with cheats, like the Xtremeience replay, still could not win. And then I played it in 2025 and managed to finally beat the boss at the end, and just seeing the ending for the first time was just amazing, because I didn't even like look at it on YouTube or anything to look up the ending for at all. So yeah, those are probably like my favourite gaming achievements. So yeah, okay, on to the next question. Next question. What do you think about the current state of gaming? I don't know really. Like, I still think it's in a bad spot, but I think it's mostly because of the price increases of the consoles and the price increases of subscriptions, like having to pay to play online and stuff like that. And the quality of games, I have to admit, they have improved. It has improved. Like I'll probably say this year's been a solid year for gaming compared to previous years where it has been a bit of a drought. So I hope there's room for improvement still. Only time will tell. It's just the fact that at the moment PlayStation are ruining it. Sadly, like on their end, whereas Xbox are like thinking about going the opposite direction, and Nintendo are just being Nintendo. So yeah. Anyway, on to the next question. And the next question is, what game deserves to be made into a movie? I've said it many, many times. Metal Gear Solid. How has that not had a movie yet is unthinkable. Even Mario has had 2 movies, Sonic's had 3 with a 4th incoming, and Minecraft has had a movie, and that's got a second movie coming. How have they had movies? Call of Duty's got a movie coming. How have they all got movies, but somebody hasn't pulled the trigger to make a Metal Gear Solid movie? It is mind-boggling. Final Fantasy has had a movie in some way, 2 movies in some way. How, has that game not had a movie yet? So something's just not right in this, movie genre. The studio needs to pull a trigger and think to themselves, right, can we make a good Metal Gear Solid movie? It needs to happen. I just find it mind-boggling that we're 2026 and all those games I just mentioned have had movies, and Metal Gear Solid, one of the biggest gaming franchises in the world, hasn't had a movie. Even Gran Turismo has had a movie. Come on. Anyway, on to the next question. Next question. A game you admired but didn't like. Please don't hate me for this, guys. I'm going to say Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Now, visually, it looks really, really good. And after knowing it's going to be like the traditional RPG gameplay like Final Fantasy, I was thinking, yeah, I gotta try this. Tried it, and for some reason I just could not get hooked into the game. It was just something about it. I don't know what it was. It's just something about it just felt off to me. Final Fantasy, it didn't have that Final Fantasy feeling. Not exactly like the same game, but it just didn't have that Final Fantasy feeling where you can enjoy the game and get invested in it. I just found it a bit, I won't say boring, I just found it a bit, I'm trying to think of the word. The word's gone, can't think. But it was just one of those games where I just couldn't get into it, and sadly, it just wasn't for me. And we're like that with all most games. We think the game's going to be good, we hear it's good, we play it, and then it's not for me. So it's a shame really, because it could have been a good game if I got into it a bit more, but again, it just was not for me, sadly. No hate for the fans. I'm pleased for you if you enjoyed the game, but it just was not for me, sadly. Anyway, on to the next question. And here comes the next question, and this question looks like a lot of fun. What are your honest thoughts about Poppy playtime? I think I mentioned it in one point the end of chapter 3. More specifically on the console side, chapter 1 should have been free, because I know it's free on Steam. So chapter 1 should have been free on console, and then obviously you do the price increases 2, 3, 4, 5, and potentially 6. But honestly, I'm really enjoying it. Can be very, very tedious and frustrating. Like, if you see my chapter 3 playthrough, that was like one part was just really frustrating. And by the time this video goes up, it would have already been up. But chapter 5, my part 2 playthrough, again, that was just a frustrating one. Like, it was like frustrating, felt like a frustrating puzzle after a frustrating puzzle, and that was like giving me chapter 3 flashbacks. Like, and that's hence why the title of that video is called "It Really Is Deja Vu." So, yeah, I'm at the time this video is up, I would probably already finished chapter 5, but we'll see. But if not, well, I will update how I felt about chapter 5 at the end of my playthrough. So yeah, it's really good. Glad I watched one of my favourite creators playing it, or like I was not playing it on stream, and got me like thinking about the game, because I don't play scary games that often. I have them, but I don't like play them that often because I'm like obviously scaredy cat. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's like necessarily scary, but it can get you. It can get you like surprisingly. The story's really good. The story's really good. Hey, I'd love to think was come back on chapter 6. Only time will tell. And I look forward to the rest of chapter 5 and the incoming chapter 6. Probably be next year now, won't it? So at the time of this video, 2027. So yeah, anyway, we're on to the next question now. And the next question is PlayStation, Nintendo or Xbox? I have no preference. I grew up with Nintendo and Sega. Like, I owned, as a child, the first console I actually had was a Sega Master System 2 with Alex the Kid and Miracle World built in, and my mum, she had the NES. I would obviously play the NES as well, but I would also play that. And then I had, obviously Sega Mega Drive, and then I had played PS1, so there was time where I had PS1, PS2, PS3, and then there are people that do think to themselves, what would it be like to play this game on the other side? I had that with the original Xbox. When it came to Halo, I think I wanted an Xbox, and I was like, I want to play Halo, I want to feel that other side. Same goes with like the Forza Motorsport game. Like, I want to like see what it's like on the other side in the world of gaming. So I have no preference of anything. I always have a soft spot for Nintendo, because obviously growing up with Nintendo. But obviously, like, PlayStation will always be up there, and Xbox will always be up there. In terms of now, I would probably say people that like PlayStation will probably feel a bit disrespected due to their recent like stuff that they're doing with discs and that pretty much going all digital. But it wouldn't stop. Even I'm disappointed with that. It doesn't bother me. I have no preference. If you're a PlayStation fan, great for you. If you're strictly an Xbox fan, that's great for you as well. If you're strictly a Nintendo fan, that's great for you. Me, that's all three I'm a fan of. That's good for me. So yeah, I have no preference to any of the consoles. So okay, so on to the next question. Next question: favorite game to chill? I do like the chill puzzle games. I recently played Unpacking. I played that before on Xbox Game Pass a few years ago. Recently brought it again on PlayStation and streamed it, and it's just a fun game to chill and play. Like puzzle, like I wouldn't say it's necessarily a puzzle game, but it's one of those games where you just gotta like put things away in the right place. But probably say like all-time favorite game to like probably chill on is Minecraft creative mode. Just create things and let your mind wander and go build things on an island. I got an island on Minecraft that I've probably had for a good 10 plus years now. That's travelled with me all the way through the consoles. Maybe one day we'll get an opportunity to show it off on my YouTube. We shall see. I did make a video of it originally, but I did not like it. So I may try again at a different date. We shall see. So yeah, I'll probably say Minecraft. Any other game to chill and play? Can't really think of anything really. I think outside, if you think about outside of like console gaming, I'll probably say from time to time maybe like going on Pokemon Go and like obviously just like catching Pokemon and like doing that. So because at the same time you could be outdoors and chilling. So I'll probably say that as well. So yeah, okay, we're on to the next question. And the next question is upcoming games you're looking forward to. Wow, I think we all know one, don't we? I think it's a game coming out in November, I believe. That's probably going to break the internet and probably break society by not wanting to go to work, etc. Yep, that game. Anything else? Well, at the time, it depends when this video comes out. Obviously Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2, just to play Metal Gear 4 again, being finally free from PlayStation 3 would be fun. Peace Walker, I actually had Peace Walker at some point on PSP. It'd be interesting to play that again. I can't remember what it's like though. I can't remember if I liked it or not. And there's like another game I don't know if it's a game, but I think it's another game on there, Metal Gear Babel. I don't know if it's playable, but that's another game I'm like kind of interested in seeing what it's all about. Anything else? The new Tomb Raider game, that looks really interesting. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's it. Final Fantasy 7 Revelations, yeah. That's another one I'm really looking forward to playing. I need to like finish Rebirth off, so I'm taking that one very slowly to coincide with when that comes out in March 2027. So that's another one I'm really looking forward to, the final trilogy. And who knows, hopefully they'll remaster another Final Fantasy game afterwards. Anyway, it's time for the next question. This next question is a bit interesting. Would you want to work with any gaming companies? I think anyone would like to. I know there's a few that I personally wouldn't work with. But yeah, I guess in a way, if you want to work with a gaming company, go for someone that's like indie based. Like, if it's like if you want to play like their demo, promote their demo, promote their like social media and so forth, and just like getting into it, building a relationship with that company to the point where you can get like a review code for your game, and stream it, and maybe have like developers watching and stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't rule it out. I would love to, but it's obviously as well finding the right game for you. Like if a company comes up to you and says like, do you want to promote our game? It's a game you don't really like. You'd want to say no. You want to find something that fits for you. So say like for me, say like action games, puzzle games, chill games, cozy games, stuff like that. Just something to like chill and relax to, stream and have fun, and then build a relationship with that company to the point where you're like probably like a mentor or something. So yeah, I wouldn't rule it out, but there are a couple I won't work with for obvious reasons. Obvious reasons I won't tell, but they know. You probably know who they are, but okay. So anyway, on to the next question. On to the next question, and this one is very, very interesting. So let's answer it. Video game character crush. Okay. Okay. I will admit, I do have a soft spot for Aerith. But in terms of like crush, it has to be. It might surprise you, but like some of you people as well. Because you probably expect one name, but I have to say, Tifa from Final Fantasy 7 and Eva from Metal Gear Solid 3 / Metal Gear Solid Delta. I would say those two. Yeah, you're quite surprised you didn't hear Lara Croft, did you? No. Those, if I say those two, Eva and Tifa, are like iconic. But I do have a soft spot for Aerith. Just a shame, like obviously what happened to her. But yeah, I think everyone who plays like Final Fantasy 7 develops a soft spot for Aerith, regardless. So yeah. Okay, on to the next question we go. Next question, which by the looks of it will be upgraded now because I only had it on like one game and now it's going to be like 3 games. What's the one game you've always wanted to play but can't? It Takes Two. It has to be It Takes Two. I have it on PlayStation Plus. At the time of this video, I may or may not have renewed my PlayStation Plus, but it is a game that I've always like admired and wanted to play. But it has to be co-op, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is in the world of gaming. It's a game I would love to play. Whether I get to play it, I won't know. Maybe stream it, maybe make content on it. It's just one of those games where I've heard it's really, really good, and I just know I'm probably going to really, really enjoy it. As for the other games that have now entered into this race, Split Fiction. I don't own it at the time of the video. I do not own it. I've also heard it is really, really good, really, really enjoyable. Maybe one day I'll pick it up and get it. Just the whole like split worlds just really fascinates me. So hopefully that'll be a future purchase, and obviously, hopefully, future gameplay with someone. We'll see. And the more recent one, Big Walk. Big Walk's just released at this time of this video. Currently on PlayStation Plus. But it's one of those games where you need more than one player. So you need it's like 2 to 12 players. So it's a big one, and obviously that's hence the title Big Walk. You're going to do puzzles on a big island, and it's all about communication. And that is a game that I find really intrigued to play. And just like the other two that I just mentioned, it's a game I wish I can play, but sadly can't play. Maybe one day we'll get there and play it. We shall see. So yeah, those are the games that I wish I could play, but sadly can't. Anyway, on to the next question. And the next question is, weirdest game you've ever played? That's a good question. Really, really good question. Weirdest game I've ever played? I'm trying to think. There are quite a few that I played and I'm like, what am I playing? Does anybody remember Naughty Bear on the PS3? I remember seeing the trailer for it. It looked funny, weird, and I thought to myself, I need to play this. I really need to play this. Got it, played it, and I just felt this is so weird. Like, you're a teddy bear unaliving everyone in different ways, and again, you're a teddy bear. And I can always remember where he goes, "It's naughty time." It's just one of those weird games. I know he got like a kind of like a sequel, but I think the sequel flopped, so hence why we haven't seen any more of the game. So yeah, I'd probably say that's Naughty Bear PS3 is probably like the weirdest game I've ever played. And the weirdest thing about it is it's actually going up in value now, which is weird to think of because it's a rare game. So yeah, anyway, on to the next question we go. Next question: how often do you stream and make content? I stream almost, I'll probably say every day, but it's like there are days where I'll have an off day and like not stream. I'll mention to say that I'm not going to be streaming for so reason. Same as like making content. What I tend to do is I stream the content and then upload it to YouTube, which will be like a week or two later onto there. So that's that. I do, like I say, it's every day with a few off days. There are times where like there'll be a burnout and I'll take like a week off from streaming, making content just to recharge, revitalise myself and get back to doing what I like doing as a hobby. So yeah, you can catch me on Twitch, on Twitch, Xtremeience. Yeah, the link will be in the description of this video anyway. Feel free to follow me on there and watch streaming. And so yeah, anyway, on to the next question. Now this next question I actually saw when I was going through all my questions, and I should have put this after the talking about the Sony disc thing. What's your take on the buttonless controller that Sony wants to make? God, they want to take away our physical games, now they want to take away our physical buttons. What a dumb decision. That just screams that the controller is going to be breakable. Like what happens if your button doesn't respond? Like, you know, not your touchpad doesn't respond properly, you break it. It's just going to be an absolute nightmare. I don't know what they're thinking about potentially doing that, having no buttons on the controller. Like, what's next? You can take away our power button, so we can only turn on the PlayStation via the PlayStation button on the controller. Like, you're taking away our eject button as well, technically. So yeah, taking away our eject button, you're going to take away our buttons on that, and then they're going to take away the power button, and then they're going to take away the console. So it's ironic, really, isn't it? So that's just my small take on it. It's just a dumb decision again by Sony. Whether they'll like say, oh, the PS5 controller will be backwards compatible, but would it be usable for PS6 games? Probably not. But yeah, like I said, dumb decision by Sony. Will they be better on it? No. I know it's only a patent, but let's just hope they don't go for it, because again, that'd just be a stupid decision. Anyway, on to the next question. Next question: have you ever been to any gaming conventions, and if not, would you want to? Absolutely, 110% yes. I always wanted to go to E3 and Gamescom. Obviously, at the time, prices were like astronomical to go there. And like, obviously E3 is no longer with us, so it's just Gamescom now. But the more I thought about it, I don't think I'll ever go to a Gamescom. I'm going to prefer to go to things local. I mentioned this recently on my X that I am going to look into, although nothing's really concrete, but I'm going to look into maybe going to like a gaming convention here in the UK or a Comic-Con type thing here in the UK, and go to one of those and just say to myself like I've been to one of these and have a lot of fun going, meeting new people, hopefully meeting people that I follow on social media and subscribe to on YouTube, and getting to know everyone, and obviously seeing celebrities and all that. That would be such a monumental thing for me. And only time myself, I just got to look after myself, really. That's my number one goal at the moment, is to just look after myself, be in the right frame of mind to potentially do things like that, because I don't want to go there. I don't want to do one of those and it'll be poor for me. It's like, because I'll be feeling down and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, on to the next question we go. Next question, which looks really crazy question. What would be the most craziest thing to happen in the world of gaming? I thought you would say Nintendo related. Like, could you imagine if like Super Mario, Zelda, Pokemon all went on like PC, Xbox and PlayStation? Like, could you imagine like that type of thing happening? It would be unthinkable in this like time. Like, imagine like going to buy the next Super Mario game and it's on PlayStation 6 and Xbox, whatever the next one's going to be called. Could you imagine stuff like that? Obviously it's not going to happen, but it wouldn't be the craziest thing, would it? Like, could you imagine if like Nintendo had lost the rights to like publish Pokemon, and like it went to PlayStation or Xbox and they had it, but yeah, it would still go on Nintendo, obviously. But could you imagine stuff like that? That would just be crazy. Like, what, like you're playing Pokemon, whatever that would be on a PlayStation. It's like when obviously with Xbox putting their games on PlayStation and Nintendo. It's things like that. Like, could you imagine Nintendo doing that? Like, obviously no, but it would be absolutely crazy to think of. So yeah, that would probably be the craziest thing to happen in the world of gaming. Anyway, on to the next question we go. Next question, this is a really good one because I already have my thoughts on this one. What's the one thing console gaming needs right now? I'll tell you what it needs right now. Free online gaming. We had it on PS3. Xbox was obviously the ones to do subscription for online, and then Sony jumped on board obviously with PS4, and we're at 2026 now, and we're in a world where we need online gaming for free. Obviously you can game for free on PC, which makes no sense because who owns PC technically? Yeah. It's a bit convoluted that you have to pay on console owned by Microsoft, yet you don't have to pay on a PC owned by Microsoft. So yeah, it's one of those, like, online gaming on console just needs to be free. There are rumours that it will happen on the next gen, but if it happens on next gen, it has to migrate to PS5, PS4, Xbox Series SX, Xbox One, because well, there would just be no point. Like, you're just going to be forcing people to buy a new console, and I don't think anybody will be buying a new console just to play online. You need people that can't afford a console to still play. So why not just take away paying to play online and making it free and just having Game Pass? Same with PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus, the free game stuff, that to me, that is now irrelevant. Shouldn't really be a thing. Free games, if anything, it should just be their own version of their Game Pass that they do with Essential and Premium. Get rid of the free online gaming. and just have those two tiers and integrate a new tier with new subscriptions, say like GTA Online and EA Play, Ubisoft and all that. I know they're on like other ones, but like integrating those into it, and also that did promote their core movie thing as well, so why not have that as well implemented into their service, and just take away online and make it free so everyone can play. So yeah, that's my take on the free online and what console gaming needs right now. So on to the next question. Most prized gaming collectible. Yeah, it'll probably have to be my Final Fantasy collection 1 to 6 on PS4. Like, it took me forever to finally buy that physically, because I wanted it physically. I did not want it digitally. I wanted it physically, and now I own it physically. Got it last in 2025, and I'm looking back at it now and I'm thinking to myself, that is something I want to beat. Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy 5 and Final Fantasy 6. I want to beat those two because I've yet to play those and finish those off, and then like I want to get the case game graded as well, and have it as like a prized possession, because it's something that's probably like, I got a feeling that type of game's just going to go up in value over time. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, we shall see, but it's probably that's like one of my most like prized collectibles at the moment. Anyway, on to the next question. This next question is a really good one. If you could bring back one gaming franchise, what would it be? Now, probably people are probably expecting some names, aren't they? Like some big titles. I'm going to go for something that got ruined. Ruined by Epic Games, which you can probably tell what game's going to be now. I'm going to say Rock Band. The fact that you can now only like technically play songs on Fortnite, and they don't really release songs that often on Fortnite anymore, just shows just how bad that is, and they should never have got rid of Rock Band. Whether it will come back in the future, who knows? We would never say never, do we? But it's like, taking that away is just silly. Like, people like Rock Band, they don't want to go and play Fortnite just to play Rock Band in quotations. It's just a silly decision by both parties, really. It has to come back. Like, it just has to come back. Like, I can understand licensing for the songs. I can understand that, but the fact now that it's on Fortnite and not many people play Fortnite, they rather play Rock Band because they can use all their instruments. It's just a silly decision. And it's a franchise I wouldn't mind seeing coming back, but again, it probably won't, because pretty much it's under Epic, isn't it? So sadly, it's just a game franchise one they'll probably never see again. So yeah, anyway, on to the next question we go. Next question, this one's a little bit deep, I think. If you had the opportunity to meet your favourite video game content creator, what would you say to them? I think everyone has a dream of meeting their favourite content creator and just saying thank you, and like how influenced they were in their life, and like make them happy, and like especially when you go through a bad time in your life, you want to find something to watch and it cheers you up and stuff like that. So it'd be stuff like thank you. But if I was to meet my favourite right now, I would say to them, thank you for being awesome. You're just an absolute joy to watch, and I hope you can, like, I hope to continue watching you. Keep being awesome. Stuff like that. Like, you want to build a connection, not necessarily like a relationship, but like a connection with someone in the terms of like supporting them, stuff. And my favourite, I support them, and like in every step I take. So yeah. Anyway, on to the next question. Next question. If you could visit any gaming world, where would it be? Final Fantasy VII, I will say Midgar, just to be in that atmosphere would probably be amazing. And Final Fantasy VII Gold Saucer, just to be in that Gold Saucer would be a lot of fun. Like going up to the arcades and that, going on the rides. Obviously, like go on the coaster thing, and as long as I don't date Barrett. But yeah, going on that, just like looking at the view and everything, that would be a really nice experience if it was like real life and everything. So yeah, those two really. Anyway, on to the next question we go. And next question is, name one game you always wanted to buy but never did. This one will surprise a lot of you. And that is Pokemon Stadium. Yes. At one point I had a N64, and obviously you have Super Mario 64, GoldenEye, you have those. But the one game that always intrigued me was Pokemon Stadium. And in an area that I lived in at that time, finding that game was very, very impossible. So it's a game that I missed out on playing, because obviously at that time as well I did own a Game Boy, and the plan was to also try and get one of the Pokemon games, because obviously you could do the link for it. So yeah, Pokemon Stadium 1 was the one game that I always wanted to buy but never did, despite at that time not like fully into Pokemon, but like you watching the cartoon and everything, and then knowing that game and seeing it, and just like wanting to play it, wanting to own it, and sadly no. So yeah, Pokemon Stadium. But that shocked you all. Anyway, on to the next question we go, which rolls into this next question. Have you ever played any of the Pokemon games? Yes, I have. Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Red. I guess you could probably count Pokemon Go, and you could probably count Pokemon TCG Pocket on the phones as well. I have had admiration of playing the ones on the Switch. They look really interesting, but it's like being invested into the story and everything. And to be honest, I don't really play my Switch as often as I do, because obviously we now have a Switch 2, so those games will probably run better on Switch 2 compared to a Switch 1. Whether I will play any of them remains to be seen, especially the Let's Go games. Those, I would love to play those, but you need a Joy-Con to play it, and my Joy-Cons, both of them, have stick drift, so it'd be a bit annoying trying to play with stick drift on both of them. So yeah, but yes, I have played Pokemon games in the past. Maybe one day we'll actually invest into playing them and getting into it and see what it's like, because I have heard some of the games are good, some of the games aren't as good, so I'd rather play the ones that are alright. So yeah, anyway, on to the next question we go. Next question, this one's probably really, really difficult to answer. Which TV show do you reckon should have its own video game, and if so, what type of genre? Some work, some don't work. There's quite a few TV shows we've had as games, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, we've Lost. There's some others as well I can't think of off the top of my head. But just for the sake of lapses, because I don't think it would work properly as a game. I think it might rather work as this genre. I would probably say go in the same route as Friends, that Friends game did on PS2, where it was a quiz. Have that as a quiz, but have it for Big Bang Theory. I think that would do well. Like, it doesn't have to be like physical. Obviously, we'll say physical because we can't really have physical games. I wouldn't say physical. Say like a small developer or something just got the license to make a Big Bang Theory video game quiz with additional DLC for young Sheldon as well, like having that on there. I think that would probably be right choice, really. So yeah, anyways, that's time for the next question. Don't know how many I've got left, but we shall see. Next question is, have you ran into any content creators in any online games? I probably have, without knowing, but there is one distinctive content creator that I have ran into years ago. That was on Modern Warfare Remastered, where they had the servers on early, which I think they were just testing the servers at the time. I won't say the name of the content creator for obvious reasons, but I ran into that person and I didn't even know until I looked at like my friends list and went down to recently played, and because obviously it tells you on PS4 at the time, PS4, it will tell you like who you've like recently ran into and everything. And then when I saw that name, I thought to myself, is that real or not? Watched their videos again to like double check, and it was the same username. So yeah, and I was just like, wow, I ran into that person. That was like how random that was. But yeah, that's probably the only time. But I probably have run into more. Like, I think you can run into like Twitch streamers pretty easily on like some games, whether they're like not big and huge and that content creator, but there are times you can run into that. So yeah, that's all. Anyway, on to the next question we go. And the next question and final question: if you could collab with any gaming content creator, who would it be? I think we'll go back to like the previous one we were answering about not collabs, but about like meeting creators. Like pretty much in the same boat there. Like if you like, you dream of collabing with like your favorite content creator or stuff like that. We all have dreams about it, like wanting to collab, because to me collabing is something I would love to do one day on this channel. Whether that would happen remains to be seen. It's something like I say, something I wouldn't mind doing. Like yeah, I think it's like, it's in a way it's helping each other out. It's not thinking to yourself, oh, I'm just going to be doing this collab, whoop-de-doo-de-doo, and all that. Like, you want it to be meaningful. Like, you want that collab to feel special with that person you're collabing with. So we all have dreams about it. One day, who knows? We'll see. We may get collab on this channel, but at the same time, it's good to me personally. It's got to be with someone I get along with. Really, I can't just be like throwing. Not necessarily a bad thing, but I can't really throw in a complete utter like random into a collab and I don't get on. I don't really like it, and I think we shall see. Whether it'll be male or female, that also remains to be seen. Would probably be nice to have a female on this channel. Just like different priority, like a male and female, so it would just be constantly males. It'd be nice to have a female on this channel. But yeah, there are a few. There's one I wouldn't mind collabing with, but at the same time, it's one of those where it's all about the timing. If you own the game, and obviously the console and everything. Like if you don't have the game, like do you not have it on a console, or you have it on something else. Say like if you have it on PC and your PC's rubbish, then you can't really like play it properly, can you? So yeah, it's all about those types of things really. Like especially with console gaming, you want you gotta make sure you have your subscription to play online, because if you don't have it, then it's useless to you and you can't really play it, can you? So yeah, there's a few times on this channel that I would love to collab. Like I said, it may or may not happen. If it doesn't happen on this channel, so be it. It's not really like a desperate thing for me, but it's just it would be nice to have something on here as a collab. Only time will tell, really. Never say never. And with that was the final question. So with that, we'll end this here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all the questions. Means a lot. Sorry it took this long to get to the questions due to, I'll probably just say noise. That's what I'll say, noise. So yeah, thank you again. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like, feel free to leave a comment, and feel free to subscribe. At the time of this video, I may or not be at 400 subs, but at the time of this video, I am on 387, so I'm only 13 subs away from 400. It would be a fantastic achievement for me to get to 400, with the next goal being 500, as I am also close to my 14th year on this platform. Something I never thought I would achieve, to be honest. So yeah, if you want to follow me on social media, links are down below. If you want to, in my not below, but there will be below and in my channel description. If you want to buy me a coffee, that will be in my channel description and also in the description below. And with that, as I say in every video, enjoy the rest of your day, afternoon or evening. I will catch you all on the next video. Bye for now. Bye.